And cow vigilantes have struck again, this time in Tamil Nadu. A right-wing group has seized a truck carrying calves from Parni to Dindigal. And then the police had to resort to lathi charge to dispel these people and try and bring the situation under control. Vijay Kristadas joins us with more details. Yes, Vijay. Now, this is a routine affair that calves are ferried between Parni and Dindigal in Tamil Nadu. Now, what we're given to understand is that they are put for various agriculture, domestic and dairy purposes, and they are not used for slaughter or taken for slaughter. But there was this group, a self-proclaimed godman, who along with a few of his supporters tried to block this truck, trying to claim that they were being used, they were being taken for slaughter. The police intervening and immediately dispelling these protesters, resorting to some lathi charge to try and control the situation, and also bringing these rabble-rousers to book. Some of them have been arrested and detained. There you go, getting a sound thrashing from the cops for trying to take law into their own hands. And now they have been detained and the situation has been controlled. These are visuals of some of these protesters and some of these people who tried to take law into their own hands, the so-called vigilantes, getting the treatment that they should be meted out to such people who decide to take law into their own hands from the police. Vijay Kristadas now joins us with more details. We'll go across in a bit. Now, what the information that we have is that transporting of cattle between Parni and Dindigal is a routine affair. They are very usually used for agriculture, domestic and dairy purposes. Now, this truck was actually ferrying calves from Parni to Dindigal, and one person who claims to be a godman or a self-proclaimed godman along with his supporters tried to block this truck, claiming that they were being taken for slaughter and tried to create a huge ruckus. The police immediately intervening and dispelling these protesters, and had to resort to lathi charge and use of some brute force to try and control the situation. Shabir Ahmed now joins us with more details. So now these vigilante groups surfacing in Tamil Nadu. Some self-proclaimed godman trying to claim that he is the savior of these calves, which are actually being used for dairy purposes. No proof whatsoever, trying to take law into his own hands, and the police resorting to some brute force and lathi charge.
Well, that's right, Anand. The incident happened yesterday in Palani, where a group of farmers were trying to transport their cattle for daily purposes, for agricultural purposes, and somewhere, during their journey, these groups, right-wing Hindu groups, claiming to be Gau Rakshaks, they tried to stop the trucks and they indulged in road roko, and they were also trying to pelt stones at the buses. The government property was damaged at the spot, and the police had no other option but to resort to lathi charge, and that's what you see on your screens. Police personnel trying to nab these people who are trying to create some kind of ruckus
Have they been able to arrest the ringleader, the self-proclaimed godman who was trying to rabble-rouse and create all the trouble?
Well, that's right. They have taken him into their custody, and they are interrogating this matter. But what we understand is that these groups are very active in that region. In Palni, Namakkal, and the western regions of Tamil Nadu, these groups are extremely active, and they were trying to create some drama, some ruckus, trying to portray that these cattle were taken for slaughtering purposes. But on the other hand, after the police investigated the matter, they found that these cattle were taken for the daily purpose. It was for agricultural use. But these Gau Rakshaks tried to cook up their own story, and they tried to resort to some kind of violence. And